I reached the airport 3 hours early, suitcase rolling behind me, and heart pounding with excitement. It wasn't just a trip, it was my escape from a home that never really felt like one. For months, I had saved every penny, planned every detail, and finally allowed myself to hope for something better. But when I reached the counter and handed over my passport, the woman behind the desk typed for too long. Her eyes softened with something close to pity. "Your ticket has been canceled." For a full minute, I could not breathe. I asked again, voice shaking. But the answer was the same: canceled. No refund, no explanation. I stepped aside, trembling, and pulled out my phone. A single new message from Mom blinked on the screen. "Have fun walking home, loser." My chest tightened. She had done it. She had used her access to my old email, the one still linked to my travel account, and destroyed my plan around me. The airport buzzed with movement and life, but I felt frozen. She thought I was trapped. She thought she won. She had no idea what I own now, and how much power it gave me. I sat on a bench near Gate 14, watching planes lift into the sky, while anger pulsed under my skin. For years, Mom controlled everything. My money, my accounts, my decisions, even my dreams. But the message she sent didn't just hurt. It reminded me of why I started building a different life behind her back, a life she knew nothing about. I opened the one app she could never touch, never interfere with, because it was tied to the company I secretly built. At 19, I launched a small online service back then. Just to survive, it grew into something bigger quietly. Slowly and powerfully now. There are more in a month than my parents made in a year. They still believed I worked part-time at a cafe. They never cared enough to ask real questions. I checked my account balance. Enough to buy 3 business-class tickets on the spot. Enough to walk away forever. Enough to start fresh anywhere in the world. My canceled flight wasn't an ending. It was a push. Mom wanted me to walk home instead. I decided right there in the middle of that busy airport, I was done walking anywhere she expected. I walked back to the ticket counter with a steadier breath and a clearer mind. The worker who had delivered the bad news looked up again, recognizing me. "Any luck?" she asked gently. "Actually, I said I'd like to book a different flight." She smiled and motioned for my passport, whereto I hesitated for only a second. My original destination had been planned carefully, but now it felt tied to Mom's control. I wanted something different, something mine, Tokyo. I said random but thrilling. The woman blinked, then typed quickly. "We have availability on tonight's flight." "Business class, please." Her eyebrows lifted, just slightly surprised. But she didn't comment as I paid. Feeling the weight of my choice settle warmly in my chest, my phone buzzed again, another text from Mom. "Where are you? Don't be stupid." "Come home." I didn't reply. For the first time in my life, her words felt small, powerless. I walked towards security, feeling lighter than I had in years. Every step toward that gate felt like reclaiming a piece of myself. She tried to destroy. I wasn't just leaving home. I was choosing myself 2 hours before boarding. I sat near a charging station, sipping coffee when my phone rang. Mom. I almost ignored it, but answered, not out of fear, but closure. Her voice came sharp and cold. "Where are you? Why aren't you home?" I remained calm. "I'm at the airport." She scoffed. "Your ticket was canceled." "I told you to come home. I booked another one." Silence, then anger. "With what money? You don't have anything." I smiled slightly. "You don't know what I have." Her breathing changed, confusion mixing with panic. "What are you talking about?" For years, I let her believe I depended on her. I let her think controlling me was easy. "I own a company," I said. "Simply a successful one," she laughed. But the sound cracked. "Stop lying." I opened the app, switched my phone to speaker, and let the notification play aloud, the one pinging every few minutes. With payments from customers across the world, her silence was indescribable. "You're not coming home?" she finally whispered. "No?" I said quietly, "I'm not." I ended the call. It was the last time I let her voice dictate anything. In my life, when my flight was finally called, I stood with the business class passengers and walked down the jet bridge. Heart steady and full for the first time in my life. I wasn't running from something. I was running towards something, a life where decisions were mine, where apologies weren't demanded for existing, where love wasn't a weapon. As I reached my seat, I placed my phone on airplane mode. The last message Mom sent before I switched it off said, "You'll regret this. You're nothing without us." But she was wrong. I wasn't nothing. I had built something from scratch. I owned my freedom, my income, my choices, and my future. The plane began to move. Wheels rolling, engines roaring. Lights dimming, tears gathered in my eyes. But not from sadness, from relief. From possibility, from the quiet joy of breaking a lifetime of chains. As the plane lifted into the sky, I closed my eyes and whispered to myself, "You made it," and for the first time ever, I truly believed it.